Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz and I'm here with Sierra Clark. Sierra, it's been a real nail biter of a day. I've been wearing my Razorback red for hoping for good luck, but what's going on?
Well, the game has been in a delay due to weather over in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Actually, the second weather delay of this game. So a long time to bite your nails for sure. This game is still tied too.
So what can we expect for the rest of the night? Things are getting heated up again, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the Razorbacks just need to win one more and they're off to Omaha. But if they lose, they have to play again tomorrow. So it's going to be a real, like you said, nail biter. And lots of games that went on today that were really exciting, so we'll tell you more about those as well in sports.
All right, we'll check in with that in a little bit, but first we're going to check in with meteorologist Corrales Ortiz. Corrales, what's the forecast looking like?
Yeah, I mean, I know they were delayed because of the rain there. I wish we could see some of that here. It can help cool things down, but it is intensely hot outside, you guys. We've been mentioning this for quite some time. We're going to be dealing with some pretty dangerous heat for the time being. Still dealing with some heat advisories, even seeing excessive heat warnings for a small area of the state as we continue on this evening. That should drop, but the rest of the state is going to be under another heat advisory from 11 o'clock to 8 o'clock for our Monday, and that's statewide. Take a look at these temperatures this evening. We're sitting at 95 here in Little Rock, but because of the high moisture, the high humidity in the air, it feels like it's 111. It feels just as hot in Arkadelphia. It feels like it's 115. Many locations saw highs in the upper 90s for today. This is one of the hottest days we've had so far this year to kick off the summer season. Even our evening is going to be feeling pretty warm. By the time we get those temperatures dropping into the low 80s, it's still going to be feeling like it's around the low 90s. Clear skies, but those ACs are going to be on full blast for sure. A full look at your forecast for the week ahead is coming up.
Starting off this half hour, we now have the identity of a man whose body was found dumped at the Central Arkansas Recycling Center last Wednesday. Pulaski County sheriffs tell us that 68-year-old Terry Bailey of Hoxie, Arkansas, was found on Ironton Road as a recycling truck was getting unloaded. Investigators are still working to figure out how he died and who put him there. The sheriff's office is asking that anyone with more information give them a call. And following recent mass shootings, politicians are debating how to best stop them. Today, a bipartisan group of senators said they've reached an agreement to limit some gun sales while still funding school security and mental health programs. Elise Preston reports from New York.
Senate negotiators have struck a deal to move forward on gun control. On Sunday, lawmakers announced a framework for new laws to keep firearms out of the hands of potentially dangerous individuals.
Gun control!
The announcement came a day after protesters gathered in several cities to demand stronger gun laws.
Our message isn't that we hate all guns. It isn't that we are against the Second Amendment. It's to keep our communities safe.
20 senators signed a statement expressing support for the plan. Texas's John Cornyn was one of 10 Republicans to endorse it. Their involvement is seen as critical to getting any bill through the deadlocked Senate.
If it's life-saving and can make a difference, and they have bipartisan support for it, then we would welcome it, even though it won't be everything that we want.
The deal includes no provisions for raising the minimum age to buy a gun. It does propose spending billions of dollars on mental health care and school security. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Earlier today, the NRA said it would not respond to the announcement until it sees the full text of any proposed gun control bills. And the nation's governors are also coming together, now forming their own task force to work towards ending mass shootings as well. This includes Governor Asa Hutchinson alongside New Jersey's Democratic Governor Phil Murphy. The two will select a group of 6 to 10 governors from around the country to participate. Hutchinson has hesitated to discuss any gun reform for Arkansas, but in the bipartisan letter to the White House describing this task force, the governor said it will, quote, provide suggestions to keep our schools and communities safe in a manner that is consistent with the demands of the American people, who overwhelmingly support gun safety measures. Hutchinson continued to question gun reform proposals this morning in an appearance on Fox News Sunday. He also commented on the ongoing January 6th hearings, saying that Trump is largely morally and politically to blame, but not necessarily criminally. We'll have more on those comments tonight at 10. And today marks 6 years since a gunman opened fire inside Pulse Nightclub, killing 49 and injuring more than 50 in Orlando, Florida. Brian Didlake shows us how families are remembering their loved ones today.
It's been a light but steady crowd here at the Pulse Memorial site. It's emotional for many, but as people we spoke to say that they came here to pay their respects and reflect.
I feel like an overwhelming sadness. There's a lot of love here, and you can see it and feel it.
It's almost like an anger that 6 years and still nothing has really changed, and just senseless.
Justin Perez stands with Courtney Warren. The pair coming from Tampa tells me they came to the Pulse Memorial to share their support.
Just to let them know they're not alone. I don't know how long it was for my brother to come out, and they just need to know that they're loved, and it's not just their community that hurts, it's everyone.
That hurt seen on the faces of everyone who visited the memorial site Saturday. It'll be 6 years ago tomorrow when a gunman opened fire inside the once popular nightclub. 49 people lost their lives and more than 50 were injured. The souls who were lost, their faces now displayed so they won't be forgotten. Warren says with everything that's happening in the world, now is the time to spread love, not hate.
I think that people are very judgy. I think that, the world kind of breeds that judgy behavior for people to just breed hate. And I think that, people just need to love one another.
Sunday, the city as well as LGBTQ+ organizations will be hosting events on the anniversary date. From the ringing of the bells at First United Methodist Church of Orlando to a ceremony here at the Pulse Memorial site to honor those 49 victims. We have a list for all these events happening Sunday on our website at clickorlando.com. But for now, we are in Orlando. Brian Didlake getting results. News 6.
All right, definitely a tough story. The Pulse nightclub shooting is the second deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. One man born in Guyana, South America, will now serve as the first black officer to command the Arkansas Army National Guard. THV 11's Jay Jackson shares tonight how being the first can leave a lasting impact.
A cannon salute pierces the air at the Camp Robinson Maneuver Training Center, a display of military honor, all for Colonel Leland Tony Shepard, who's being promoted to the rank of Brigadier General. Shepard is the first black officer to command the Arkansas Army National Guard.
We've chosen African Americans and minorities to lead at various levels of our organization.
Everyone's happy about the momentous occasion, but none more than 3 important people sitting on the front row.
His children, daughter Logan, and sons Ryan and Lucas.
Proud because he's turning into the highest rank.
9-year-old Logan participates in the presentation of the General Officer Belt, signifying that Shepard could now wear with his uniform.
I gave him the belt. I gave him Josh.
5-year-old Lucas, along with his mom, pinned Shepard for the ceremony.
And I presented this weapon.
In a presentation of the General Officer pistol, his son, 2nd Lieutenant Ryan Shepard, smiles and laughs with his father before saluting him.
Ever since I moved to Arkansas, I joined the Arkansas National Guard. I'm really proud of my dad. He set a good example for all of us to follow.
Shepard knows being the first comes with a lot of responsibility.
For my kids and all the other kids, not just mine, that can look up at that podium and be inspired by someone that looks like them, I'm serving as an inspiration.
Commanding the Arkansas Army National Guard is a big role to fill, but only comes second in being a father to his kids, who look at him as
a very good dad. Super dad.
In North Little Rock, Jay Jackson, THV 11 News.
The Brigadier General says he hopes future generations can follow in his footsteps. Okay, and last night we told you they were coming, and here they are. Team Arkansas is back from the Special Olympic Games in Florida, and they have a ton of hardware in tow. All the medals are certainly something to be proud of, but many of the coaches and athletes say the competition itself meant so much more.
Team Arkansas, we are a family. There is no athletics team without the basketball team. There's no basketball team without the softball team. There's no softball without bowling, and so on. We were all connected, we were coming to, people were coming to our, games, and they were going to celebrate other games, and we were just all together. And that's what I love about Team Arkansas, because when we leave here, we'll still see each other because we are family. This is just not the end of us.
And we love Team Arkansas too. A big congratulations to all. Still ahead, a traveling artist chose one small Arkansas town to send a pretty big positive message. Frederick Price takes us to Fordyce when we come back.
And it is exactly what it says in the headline. Hot, hot, hot. That's what's going to be in the forecast for quite some time. And check your forecast is coming up.